Hello, I am Ariel Flood Advisor, and I am playing something very different, very new. Very new, in fact. This is Dungeons of the Endless, which was just released. I'm gonna try to talk and play as much as I can. It is a roguelike tower defense hybrid, leaning more towards the roguelike than the tower defense part, or at least I think that's what they intended to be more like. Anyway, you play as these humans. There's this penal colony ship which has been in orbit. It has crash landed, and of course it's a human penal colony ship, and I have the two non-human characters in this so far. We have Opbot. Opbot is a hero in Endless Space. You may have seen him before since the Search for Auriga patch went out in there. And he is overpowered bot because that wit, that is big, that is important for these. I'll get to that in a little bit. The next person is this one. She's a Hisho, and she's here. She's a lab experiment now. She's running around with Opbot trying to get out of here alive. So a human prison ship was in orbit, got blown up. Escape pod jettisoned, also mostly got blown up. And now these poor people are now stuck on the surface, and they have to survive on the surface of Auriga, deep underground. Not actually on the surface, deep underground. Well, I guess the crust is the surface, so it's still the surface. Anyway, gonna keep going. And yeah, just survive in this thing. Explore all the evil, crazy tunnels of mad science. At this point in the game, nobody really has any idea about the Endless, as in the race, the one that made all these tunnels on Auriga, and the dust, which is everywhere. Anyway, here's what I'm doing. The big thing with Opbot is that his wit gives him bonuses to these boosters here. I'll move these guys where you can see. First, when you start, you open doors, you get some industry, and you get some food. Later on, you'll get science. That's not in the game yet. I'm playing version 1.1, I believe it is. The alpha, it's like the first thing they released on Steam. Anyway, you start with getting 2 of each of those per door you open, but if you build one of these, each one of these is 4. So for industry, you have to build 3 to break even, and food, you also get another 4 for that. Now if you put Opbot next to it, it goes up to 10. That's what his wit does. And if you put Hisho Girl up next to it, she only has 5 wit. Not as big of a bonus, only get 8. And the AI in this is actually pretty smart in that they'll favor Opbot or anyone else that has higher wit to take over there and protect it. Gotta keep opening doors, get some goodies, get some industry. Find some more dust. Now, the dust powers this crystal here. Why it's on the crashed space shuttle, I'm not sure, but it is important. That's what we're protecting. And it's also what's powering the rooms. Each room and each enemy you kill gives us dust. It fills up this meter. Every 10 dust, we get another notch on the meter, which means another room we can open. To move, just right-click into a room. That has a pretty good tutorial, it'll tell you all this, but to move, right-click to a room, look around with WASD keys. To power up a room, you hit the middle mouse button, or control-click also works. Yep. Keep an eye on your hero's health. You can heal your active one with H, or you can just click up here to heal. It is a roguelike, so if a hero dies, they stay dead. You will notice, though, that the tower defense makes surviving a little bit easier, and that you can just run back towards the towers. That, so far, is what I believe everyone has been doing. The couple times I tried that starting out, it did not go so well. Yes, chop him to bits. Chop him to bits. Don't get chopped to bits too. Okay. Building more towers. These are simple damage towers I'm placing down right now. They go into little slots. Later on, you'll find more blueprints in here as well. You'll get some more utilitarian towers, things that heal, things that slow the enemies down. You'll also find better damaging towers eventually. You just have to keep running through, opening all the doors. Hey, see, here's one. I just found the blueprint. That is the slowing tower that's under this tab. Gonna keep looking. What's in here? Oh boy. Ah, Here's one of the damage towers, the Tesla Tower. I will avoid it for now, because you only really need the first tier towers on the first level. Uh-oh. Get out of there. And yes, sometimes as you open doors, waves will spawn. The symbol there indicates which room it's spawning in. They will always spawn in rooms that are unpowered. And they will always try to get to the crystal. The different enemies do different things. There's a few that look kind of like cravers, which will make a beeline for it. There's some like just flying spiders, which seem to aim for the heroes. And then there's these little guys, like baby harmonies. And then there's the larger, fully grown harmonies that will go straight for the buildings instead of everything else. And they also hurt, so that's bad. Keep exploring. Yes, you'll also find these sometimes, food and industry. Just sitting around, you harvest it with your hero. Gotta protect these because they're expensive. And there we go. Now, a good way to tell if there's still enemies active on the map is whether or not your heroes are healing themselves. See, there's a couple left. And now they automatically heal at the end of the wave. Gonna light it up here. Now, if you're already in a room before, you came into it via another door, you will still gain points if you come into it, like open the other door to get in. It does not count which rooms you've already been in so much as which doors you've opened. Now here's a hero, I just ran into him. I need a bit more food before I can hire him. Yes, big McLarge huge there. He's not very witty, but he has a very big gun, which is very good. Yeah? Right click. Recruit. Okay, where do I want you to go? How about you go in here? I already found the exit, which is this thing here. And just load up some towers. Going to need to defend the path up here, but I want to keep looking around a little bit longer, see what I can find. Uh-oh. Run back to Big McLarge Huge. Another way to tell if there's enemies on the map, by the way. Open doors at the bottom here. If that is flashing red, there's an enemy somewhere. They will come to you, don't worry, you don't have to hunt for them. Uh-oh. There's not quite as many doors on this level as I usually get, so I didn't have quite the chance to stock up as much food as I usually get. But that's just fine, should be okay, I have tons of industry. Okay, how am I going to do this here? I think Hishu Lady is going to carry the crystal. These guys are going to sit up here. Get set. I won't need any rooms anymore, so I'm going to just start powering them down so I can power up the path there a little bit. Just so I can see where I'm going. Anyway, right click the crystal, click that button. And now the enemies start spawning like crazy. To place the crystal, click on the room, click that again, and keep an eye on the health, keep an eye on where everything is. Ideally, if you have a fast hero, they're the ones that get to carry the crystal, but I think she's the fastest one I have right now. Opbot may be a bit faster. And she just has to make it to the room. You don't have to defend her while she places the crystal down, it just goes to the cutscene mode. Even if things are attacking, not losing any health. All good! Yay! Next level. This is 2 of 3 so far. Now you'll notice we have multiple paths we can choose this time. And stuff will spawn right away, so try to move everything into the next room right away, and... Okay, good. Because sometimes stuff will spawn, and if you don't move everyone up here right away, the monsters will just run straight to the crystal, and that will ruin everything. Turn on the power. I found an item there. A rapier sword. Now she can equip that, so double click to equip. And let's get some food in here before industry. A couple of the Tesla turrets. Let's do 3 of those. And let's do a slow turret for good measure, and one little baby turret. All good. Opbot's already working. He's talked to Big McLarge Huge. Okay, what's up? I can't believe we're eating this food we just found. This dank, musty old dungeon that's who knows how old. A couple millennia at this point. And speaking of lore, Dungeons of the Endless is basically the prequel to Endless Legend, which is the prequel to Endless Space. Kind of. Dungeons of the Endless is definitely a prequel, but I'm not sure Endless Legend should be called a prequel in of itself. That one's not out yet, so we'll see though. Anyway, both this and Legend are set on Auriga, which is in Endless Space. By the time of Endless Space is a lifeless husk, which, if I've read the synopsis of Endless Legend, what's known so far correctly... Merchant. Oh, wait, this is another hero. I'll talk about them in just a little bit. But yeah, if I'm interpreting the events of Endless Legend correctly, it's about Auriga going to hell and back, so... Anyway, recruit the new hero? Does she look familiar yet? Does that name look familiar yet? Anyway, she is a very fast learner, so we'll have her carrying the crystals from here on out, but she is very squishy, so we're not going to explore with her. Just looking around, getting more dust. Uh-oh. Quickly run back there. The maximum amount of heroes you can have at one time is 4, but that's just fine, because we can spend the food on leveling them up now. Oh yeah, Vaulters, this is their origin, this is where they live at the beginning. Them and their friends, you've got Opbot, the nice tissue lady, who's doing all the exploring for them. She found the merchant! The merchant, he's got a little puppy. See the puppy? He's kinda cool. Anyway, I don't usually, use the merchants for much, unless I have an item I can't use, and then I'll sell it to get more dust. Because any dust you spend gets lost from that bar. And I'd much rather have powered up rooms personally. There is, however, an exploit in this version where if you can pick up the crystal and set it down again just to spawn monsters, and you can farm the monsters for dust. And then you can buy whatever the heck you want. Personally, that's a bit cheesy. You can definitely beat the game without doing it too, so don't worry too much about it unless you really like grinding for some reason. Hey, come on, little whatever you are. Oh, this is baby Harmony. Isn't it adorable? Look at it. Aww. Aww. Yeah. Goodbye. Okay. Actually, I'm going to explore up this way first before I open up the other path to the crystal. Oh. 1 second. There's another little spider left. Come on. There we go. All better. Anyway. To level up a hero, click that little, clock kind of icon next to it. Actually, it's a down arrow, I suppose, but looks like a clock to me. Click level up. Don't go too crazy with spending the food, though. You don't know when you'll need to panic heal everyone and everything. Speaking of, here's more food. That meat is, suspiciously fresh looking. It's probably actually jerky at this point, I guess. Endless jerky. Yep, some heroes can repair, by the way. This will be listed under special skills. Skill can repair modules. As you can notice, if you click on it here, there's a bunch of stuff under construction later on. I guess you'll have like certain attack skills or other passive things, like they boost damage from nearby allies. I don't know. But that seems like a practical option. There's currently also, let me think. I think there's only 3 other heroes besides these that I have right now. Another guy with a sword, and then there's 2 pistoliers. Again, I'm sure more will be added as time goes on. More enemies too, I'll bet. Right now the game is honestly fairly easy, but would I blame a lot of that on the fact that it's an alpha and it's only 3 levels long? Yes. I'm sure the full game will have a lot more going on, a lot more to keep in mind. And as I say, oh, it's easy. I nearly lost Samus over there. Or Sarah, as she's called in this game. What's in here? Dingy old closet. Oh, what's in the dingy old closet? Oh, I found an endless shoebox with, another sword in it. Kitchen gloves, so I'll take that. Now, if the merchant is still alive, which he probably isn't, the mobs will attack him. I could sell the rapier for more power. It doesn't look like he's alive anymore, though. Bummer. Alright, Big McLarge Huge, you come down here and get ready for when I open this door, just in case. Usually opening a door in a room that you've already, opened doors in, it won't spawn another wave. I didn't word that very well, but I'm sure you get what I mean. Okay, no, let's do food. At this point, I have enough industry going on, but I definitely need more food for heals and levels. Let's slow them down. Alright. Actually, I'm going to explore with him now. He's slow, but he's got no wit whatsoever. So, Hulk will smash while everyone else tinkers. Powered up. I'll put something in there in a little bit. Probably more food. Uh-oh. Coming from this way and up there. Go, Opbot. Stab him. Alright. Aha! Good stuff. Let's build another food thingamabibber. More Tesla turrets, and one more slowing turret. And there we go. Keep going. Uh-oh. Get out of there. Get out of there. Run. Oh no. Spiders freaking everywhere. I should also note that, especially since this guy has no wit, he also can't repair stuff. I almost lost the food thing in here, but the nice issue lady, she knows what she's doing. She'll fix the kitchen sink, and nothing's broken anywhere. Good. Keep going. Open the door. What's behind door number 2? It's a new car! Actually, no, it's a bunch of Harmony and spiders and, icky things. Well, the Harmony might have the minerals required for the new car, so let's stick with that. It's a new car! And power. Just so I can clear the way a little bit. Oh ho! Oh ho! Which one's this? I forget. It is... Ah. That helps with, increasing the damage of heroes in the room. Uh-oh, whoops, wasted food. Opbot's gained some levels though because he gains wit when you level him up, unlike everyone else it seems.